And this one looks like a really interesting competitive card game that plays over 7 rounds. And the way that this game works is that the game's going to be set up with 2 rows of cards. The top row are the various location cards, which are going to be granting players with different actions. Then the bottom row is all the different mafiosos that players can gain loyalty with in order to score victory points throughout the game. And you might have noticed that each of these cards have all sorts of different icons on them, and this is the key to gaining access to those cards, because at the start of each round, each player is going to be taking their dice behind their player screen and selecting which of their icons they would like to be face up for that round. After all the players have done that, you're going to be revealing your selections, and then each of these location cards are going to be resolving from left to right, granting an action to each of the players that selected that icon on any of their dice. And if you did select that icon multiple times, you are allowed to take that action that many times. The different actions will normally allow you to do things like gain or exchange different types of tokens, but some of them do have some special abilities as well, like granting an extra die for a following round, or placing a money token onto one of your loyal mafiosos. After all the location cards have been resolved, all the players are going to be checking if any of their combinations of dice match any of the combinations on any of the mafiosos cards. For each match that you have, you're going to be taking one of your hat tokens and then putting it above that card. And if you're the only one to put a hat token above that card, then you will just automatically put it onto that card. But if there's other players' hats there as well, then you're going to be going into a blind bidding some of your tokens in order to win the loyalty of that mafioso. In either of those cases, if there was already a hat token on that card, it simply returns to the player who it belonged to, unless they were able to place a money token on that card. And if that's the case, then they're going to be also taking part in that blind bidding, fighting to retain the loyalty of that mafioso. But the game continues like this over those 7 rounds, and the player with the most victory points at the end wins the game. If you want to check this one out, I will have it linked down below.